You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Speaking of competitiveness, right? It's dope that I hear this story about, like shining some light on DNA and, and then I'm sure you've done it to other people, after, and what is it, pay it forward. Do you think there's change now because of how competitive and how lucrative battle rap has become? Do you think it's not as much camaraderie, whereas though you got guys like y'all, maybe not y'all per se, but maybe guys under y'all that's been around and are not doing what y'all did when this thing first started?
Well, I look at it like this. A lot of people saying right now that battle rap's changing, like the demographic or even the material or what they're showing, right? Like what's getting by compared to what we did. But when we came in, the previous era looked at us that way too. These guys was coming in there and just freestyling and trying to do little things, and we took this whole shit to a whole written format where it's like, nah, we're doing it this way, and they was trying to say we weren't authentic. Oh, you guys aren't freestyling. Oh, you don't have a rebuttal. Or yo, you didn't have this, and we like, what the fuck is all that, bro? We write our shit, but we elevated it and then took certain things from that era, for rebuttals and stuff, and advanced the game. It's like the NBA, Bob Cousy, to fucking to you know what I mean, to Pistol Pete, to Magic Johnson, to Allen Iverson, you know what I'm saying, to Steph Curry. It's like you gotta advance it. So I look at it the same way. So now when I look at the new era and I see the shit that they're incorporating, I don't like some of it, but I understand what it's doing. I understand the entertainment aspect, and then there's some shit I pick up that I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Niggas might have to learn that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know, you got to keep developing. This game that isn't about age either. As long as your mind and your mental's in there, it don't matter if you're 20 years old or if you're 50 years old.
Like,
you're gonna have some shit to say. You know,
like
what I mean?
like now, I like the way niggas are able to put their words together. I feel like there's a lot of battle rappers out now that necessarily are more clever or more wittier than people that came out of my class. You know what I mean? They had a blueprint to study from. But the separation that still lies in my class, which is, you know what I mean, we like to call like the 96 draft or the 03 draft in the NBA, is the charisma, the performance, and a natural ability to battle. Like, it's niggas that'll come out now and they'll say wittier shit than maybe some of the people from my class, but they're not battling you. They're not attacking you. They're not on you. They don't have the character. They're not going to go blog about you. They're not on Twitter all day. They're not doing Instagram. They don't understand the promotion and the business and the market. That's why people from my era still exist. You know what I mean? And then you got people like Core, which I feel like whether niggas give him credit or not is a rapper's rapper. I feel like it's niggas like me that, you know what I mean, I'm a rapper's rapper. Even if you don't like what I do, you admire it because you like, damn, no matter what happens, this nigga DNA knows how to win. Like, so it's people that's still able to hang in there and do what is able to be done now because of certain intangibles that niggas that come out now, you know what I mean, they don't study the game. You feel me? Like, I know I got as far as I got in battle rap because I'm a student of the game.
Like, there's certain people we'll see and we'll be like, dang, he's fire. But he keep doing the same mistake. And then after like 3-4 battles, you'll be like, yeah, it's click for him.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, he not trying to learn it either.
Like me, I never got no shame in my game to say, like what people always think is like a knockoff on your career or a shade off is giving people credit to get where you at now. The same person that's the teacher may not be able to beat you once you absorb enough of what the teacher is teaching you when you get to that level. So I'll be lying that I learned from Cortez, I learned from Hollow, I learned from Conceited, I learned from Clips, I learned from Math, I learned from all these niggas. But, you know what I mean, in 2022, with all due respect, I love everybody, but at this point in my career, the same shit that I learned is the same shit that I feel like I would torture niggas with. So that's just is what it is. But I feel like a lot of niggas that come out now, they're not learning. They just feel like, boom, I'm inserted. A fan gassed me up. I can fuck with this nigga. And then they fall flat.
And then the business interrupts it too, because then they start chasing the chicken, or they start thinking that they're on
but it's always
understand that these things are auditions.
Yeah, it's always the fans that hype niggas up that feel like. I mean, what I always tell people is that, you know what I mean, the coach is a great thing, but none of the fans love you. They love battle rap. They're a fan of the sport. They just go what's going on right now. So a lot of people get an emotional attachment. They emotionally invested. Oh, they love me. And the moment you come up short or you don't have your best day, your
They don't
world is
understand.
rocked and you don't know how to recover because you actually think they love you. No, they love battle rap. And the moment you fall flat, they're gonna turn on you and go with whoever's that better that day. So that's why when niggas say, yo, DNA, how do you run this PG killer shit for so long? It's because I have self-awareness. I don't never think they love me. Yeah, I love the sport. I just have to be the best at the sport that day. A lot of niggas don't
That's
go by that.
fire.
A lot of niggas think they love you. They don't love you.
And
They
I
love the sport.
always had this thing that I would ask a lot of times: are you a battle rap fan? Are you a battle rap fan or a battle rapper fan? And there's a big distinctive between the two.
Yeah.
It's very few that's just battle rap fans of DNA or
Hey.
battle rap fans of Cortez. Majority of battle rap fans in general, which means they're gonna sway which whatever is hitting that day. But it's not unexpected because somebody that's not familiar to this, when they start getting love, they go, oh shit, these niggas love me. Oh, they're buying my merch. Oh, they're liking my pictures. Oh, they're commenting. Oh, these girls are DMing me. So now they get in the mind state of they love you. And that's the problem because when you fall flat, you don't know how to recover because you went into it thinking that this is for you.
Usually,
Nigga, this is what happens to everybody.
usually,
Nigga, we've seen
like,
this a million times.
like you seen it with like Jack Boy. You right now you see it with None, right? Like these guys had love. They went through some shit. You feel me? In purgatory, let's just say battle rap purgatory.
Yeah.
But the story is how Jack Boy came back out of it. Now he can try to get some battles, and no one's thinking about what happened with him and John John. Same thing with None. Now None's relevant again, and now he's on Gnome. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
It's
to
like
None
who
None.
would you can't predict those
But
things. That comes with sheer, not just your talent, but you starting to understand
The game.
the game.
The game.
And sitting there and saying, okay, I'm good enough to be a rapper in the room, but now I'm learning how to keep myself in the room. You know what I'm saying? For
But I
conversation.
always,
Hold up.
Yeah.
'Cause, see, all of that is exactly what I need, right? And I understand. But I still don't want to get too far away from. Can you do that now? Can Cortez do what you did for DNA? You know what I mean? Like, are you still available to that another 17-year-old?
Oh, hell
Are
yeah.
you available? Not only available, is it happening? Not just with you guys. Do you see that in the culture? Do you see the paying it forward anymore? I don't.
Some of these
It
dudes
doesn't
we
seem
not
like
that
it to
good with
me.
because
No.
we
Yes.
not if I'm not seeing you every day and you're not in the hood and that you're not around me every day, then I can't do that because I don't like. There's a lot of business behind the scenes. Certain things you got to understand who's loyal to you and who's gonna move with you.
Right.
There's plenty of times we've tried to help people to give us certain opportunities and these people didn't listen. Now if you're not gonna listen or if you think you're on your own, you're a grown man. I can't tell you what to do, but it ends up becoming a headache after a while. You know what I mean? So if it happens, it would just be genuine where it's like somebody's just fits in with the group. It's not forced. It's not like we're going to look for that. I'm not looking for that. I'm not. You
So
know
when
what I'm
this
saying?
was
now
happening,
if somebody's around me and all of a sudden it clicks like that and I start giving them advice or we start telling them or whatever, then that's so be it. But I'm not forcing myself to go look for that.
Yeah, like me on the other hand, you know, I got to get money and drink water entertainment management company. So it's like I'm not looking for it either, but it's available because I feel like it's needed. Like when you saying like, yo, do you think it's happening now? No, I don't think it's happening based on what I said. Niggas get ego and niggas start thinking they're above actually what's going on. Like me, I don't feel like I'm above it. I feel like I had my race in battle rap. I reached the top. Like I reached the top of what it is. Right now, I'm still here just doing my due diligence because I came into a sport that, you know what I mean, millions wasn't produced in the sport when I came in. So being able that I'm still talented, I'm still sharp. I happen to come in young. I'm
We
still
gonna get
young.
these bags.
Yeah, I'm gonna get what's rightfully
owed.
deserved to me before I get out of it. But at the point in my career, I feel like I did what I needed to do in battle rap. My job now is like, yo, let me help this nigga that's here. I'm not gonna just make him be in the locker room and not understand the game that's going on and go through the trials and tribulations that I went through. Boom, yo, bro, don't do this, don't do that. Listen, do this, do that. You're gonna get here. Trust me, I know. I'm in tune. Now, if a nigga don't listen, a nigga don't listen. But I feel like we need more of that. Like, we need niggas to push their ego aside. Everybody wants to, you know what I mean? I'm one of the few people, you can contest to this because you got a camera. You can't even count on your hand probably one time you see me on camera and talk about when I battle a nigga like Real Sick or I'm battling a nigga like Av or anybody of that stature that people would consider lower when my conversation is ever about money. It's never about that. Because I don't talk about things that's a given. You never see my conversation be about jewelry. My conversation is never about women. Because these are all self-given things. When I'm here in the game, even when I'm being competitive, I'm here to teach. I'm here to drop jewels to help niggas moving forward. So I feel like we need more niggas doing that to push your ego aside. The money is a given. If I've been doing something longer than you have been doing it, I should be smart enough to know how to obtain more residuals than you have. If not, I'm moving backwards.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
So that's never my conversation with a nigga that just came in the game. I'm supposed to be making more money than you. My whole thing is, nigga, I'm better than you. And I'm going to show you why I'm better than you. So I feel like that's the mindset that more niggas need to have, and the game will be pushed forward because it'll be solely based on skill set. And then the monetary.
So big business is the problem now. Now that there's a lot of money involved, people don't listen the same.
No, I feel like niggas just rely on that too much. Therefore, the standard is set of the narrative. You feel me? When you make the narrative right, the main thing that niggas always said that they never wanted battle rap to turn into was the industry. But when you rely on numbers and money, that's what you're turning it into. The main thing it should be based on is the skill set. That's why my argument is never the money. Because yes, if like I said, if I've been doing this longer than you, I should be making more money than you. That's a given. I have more experience in this.
So on any job.
Yeah, if you've been selling cars for 12 years, you shouldn't let somebody that's been selling them for 2 years be making more money than you. So that's never my argument.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, it does.
A lot.
It does. It happens a lot in battle rap. It's niggas that came in the game in 2 years that's making money than certain niggas that been in the game for 10 years. I mean, I just happen to be one of the niggas that...
Lucky ones.
Yeah, I know how to, do both.
But that's why I asked, like, because of the money and shit, is when y'all were coming up, you wasn't making a lot of money.
No,
so
we
it
weren't
was
making money at
easy.
all.
It was easy to help the next man because there was nothing in stake. Sometimes people
trying
won't
to build it to that point, so that
right.
So we was
Like
trying
for me.
So once you get there, now.
But there is some young cats like that have reached out to me, like that I'll meet, like let's say I go to an initiation, or let's say I go to
Super fight.
or a super fight, and then I meet these guys, and it's cool, and then they'll hit me, yo, OG, I want to let you hit this round or stuff like that. And to me, I do take that serious because it's like, all right, cool. You know what? I kind of gotta, I look at it as a little obligation. Now, am I looking for it? Maybe not. But it's just who you gravitate towards type.
But my whole thing is your purpose.
Appreciate the reach.
Like you feel me? Like a lot of people don't know that.
You're reaching out.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know their purpose. So a lot of people think like, oh, why I'm not getting that bag, or why this is not going for me. But you gotta understand your purpose in life. Me, I'm never worried about the money because it's like that's my purpose.
I want to figure that out.
Yeah, my purpose wasn't here to make money. Like that's just something I'm doing.
But that's the difference between when y'all came up. It was about the love of the sport. A lot of people get in it now. They don't necessarily love it the way y'all loved it when you came in. They come in for the money.
Yeah.
So it's like their goal is not to just.
But what I'm saying is that at some point in time, that'll always fall flat. Even if it's somebody that's here for the money or here for the clout or the fame, they may seem victorious in the moment, the right now. But we have to talk about this 50 years from now, 30, 40 years from now. It's going to be the people that did it for the love and pushing the shit forward that will be talked about ages and ages. You have to be content with that. You have to understand that. You have to be comfortable with that in order to be one of the pioneers that push it forward. So when I'm giving a nigga game, it don't matter. You may, it hasn't happened yet, but it may it will happen. I'm pretty sure I'm going to give game to somebody that's going to make more money than DNA, and I'm not going to walk away feeling a way about it or feeling entitled about it because, like I said, that's my service to the game. My purpose is to give back to the game, to push it forward. Without my advice, without my knowledge, without my jewels, it's another battle rapper that makes the same mistakes as DNA or makes worse mistakes than DNA and doesn't get to where he wants to do. That's all self-entitlement and ego. So I'm withholding information to you because I want to walk around and prove that I'm better than you. That's kind of real egotistical and insecure. If I have the knowledge to help...
It's kind of corny.
It's corny. That's what I'm saying. That's what we dealing with. So I never want to be that guy. Whether people all have their own definition of corny, but my definition is if I have knowledge, I don't withhold it from somebody to feel like I'm bigger or better than you. I'm gonna give it to you because if it's the purpose and your destiny to be further than me, then cool. I don't care about that. I'm gonna give you the game. I'm not holding anything. I'm not in a race. I'm not in competition. I'm gonna fulfill what I'm here to do, and then I'm gonna move on and do what else it is to do. So I never look at it like, oh, if I give this person game, they can get further than me. I don't give a fuck about that. Nigga, do what you do. This is my service. I know one thing though, I'm not gonna withhold it and be corny because I have this voice in my head or this chip on my shoulder that I have to be better than. I don't have to be better than nobody. I'm here to do what I do. The people that love what I do will appreciate it, and the people that don't, they won't. But I'm not gonna withhold information or withdraw somebody because we're all one. You know what I mean? The nigga that started at day 1 to the nigga that's on day 1,076. If you got game, nigga, share it. So I don't gotta go through what you do through. So anybody that I see that's willing to listen, that wants to take game, I give it to them because it's like I just feel like that's my job. Don't do that.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.